Meeting is being live streamed.
Now, while you guys are keeping an eye on it, I'll send out some invites.
Yeah. Hey, live from Port Huron, Michigan, it's Paul Murray and the Friend Show. Okay, so we're going to bring it up here so we can get the chat up. Okay, oh, look at that. Who's there already? Let me see. Let's guess who it is.
Hazy.
What's up, Hazy?
He must
Hey,
have a program where he can just pull it up.
He's got something on us. I don't know what it is. He just seems to know. But well, it's
you
5
gotta
o'clock.
remember, too, he's working on
After
his, yeah, but he's working on his. He's at his computer all the time, so he probably. And you're pretty consistent about when you go live, so he's probably.
Yeah,
sitting there.
yeah. We try to be so.
What's up, Corey?
Hey, Corey Mano. Hey, welcome, Corey.
Why were you using that?
I had to get the battery, the backup of the TV. Don't have any AAA battery.
Yeah, and I need to get some more. Easy said, bet on me, Justin.
Well, I think I'm finally caught up on all my signs. Oh, geez, been long enough.
Hello.
Oh, that sounds so good, Corey. So he's barbecuing some ribs up tonight.
Ooh, that sounds good. I had rehashed spaghetti tonight, which was good because it always tastes better the second night.
Yeah, he said he's monitoring your channel.
Yeah, Paul, he gets alerted when you're thinking of going live, not when you are live. And Mr. Dr. Giggles is in the house.
What's up, TJ? What are you trying to call them, Paul?
Trying to hang up. I've got this call on here.
My work phone does that sometimes. It will wig out and call like 4 people at one time. And then it gets like all jammed up. I'm trying to end all the calls. I'm like, what the hell?
Mr. Giggles is in there. Yep.
You betcha. Mr. Giggles.
As soon as I can get those springs, then I'll I want to print that file that AZ sent to me last night for the
Here's what we need to drive around on the streets. Well, that street legal. It's got pedals on it. It's got a chain on it.
Reminds me of the old in the 60s and 70s go-karts.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I guess if you run out of gas, you can still pedal your way home, I guess.
Let me see. I'll be right back. I got to use the bathroom.
Yeah.
AZ said no link today, TJ. Go home. What's up, Filipina?
Anybody want a free 50-foot TV tower? Yeah. You have to remove it. Oh, that sounds like a herc.
Is it one of those towers that just pops together though? It's got like the just shooting pretty much.
Right here.
You say,
It'll be all bolted together. You know, it's wide at the bottom and narrower at the top.
oh yeah, those aren't actually that hard to take apart.
Huh?
I said those actually aren't that hard to take apart, but the thing is you got to climb up it and take one piece off at a time. But it's whether it's actually secured in the ground enough to be able to climb on it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see any guide wires on it, so.
Oh, no, it's not big enough for that. I had, my uncle had two of those same towers. That's how we did it. We would climb up there, put a rope on, a pulley up on the section below the top one,
Yeah, just, yeah, like a pole, the pulley.
and we just lift it up because they're not really that heavy, the sections of it.
Yeah, yeah,
Kind of like a flagpole. It's really light metal.
yeah.
And then you just let it hang and then lower it and then go down to the next section, go all the way down.
Does it include free shipping? I'll tell you what you need that for, put a windsock on the top of it.
Well, that's a good tower for if you want to do like ham radio type stuff too.
Oh, yeah.
Like any kind of, or if you just want to put an antenna up there, like if you're just one of those people who likes to watch regular TV.
Yeah.
That's what my uncle used to use his for. He had a big old like 50, 60-foot one and it ran into his antenna all the way up to the top of it.
Yeah.
Used to get really good signal.
Yeah.
BJ said, for some apparent reason, when I try to come on the panel, it's asking for a passcode.
We password protector, you cannot get into. Oh,
I
What?
don't know why it's doing that. Oh, you might want to copy the link, TJ, go into Google Chrome and put it in the search engine. Hit search. It might fix that problem.
yeah, the link ain't working, Paul.
What the hell? I'll
Or
tell
just
you
go
what,
to or just go to a previous live stream. That's what I just did.
Yeah, yeah, just go to a previous live stream where you did have the thing there. If you had an invite from before, TJ, just go to one of them because it's the same one all the time.
I'm gonna go here.
Yeah, because that's what I did a minute ago. That's how I popped in before the show
Invite.
started. Because I just went to the
Yeah.
Copy the invite link.
That's how I go on all the time. I went to the one from this morning, clicked
Yeah.
on it. Yeah, when he sent out notifications.
I'm gonna try it again.
Corey's giving them a code, so maybe there's like some universal code that they use or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, Paul, try that one
Yeah.
when it pins up there.
Yeah.
He said go to www.keeptjout.com.
Okay. Hang on. Oh, geez. Okay, so join a meeting. Sign in. Why do you want me to sign
It's
in?
working now because you just popped in.
Okay, okay. Oh,
What'd you do? Go to the
Uh,
go to the previous episode?
yeah, that was really weird. Like, I don't know what was going on there. Like, I was trying to come on, and then it said I had to enter a passcode, which was really weird. I've never had to do that before.
I've heard it happened to me before. Hey, Filipina.
What's up, David?
Hey, TJ. Hey, Paul.
Hey,
Hey.
David.
Nina, Justin.
Filipina. Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I think it's looks like it's getting ready to storm here. It did a little while ago. It started to rain, and then thunder just started to go boom.
Oh, I just left freaking Fort Meade and it was pouring down rain. Like, and what was crazy is I was going down the highway and the speed was 60 miles per hour to go down that highway at the speed limit. And I was doing 45 and everybody on that damn road behind me got right behind me and stayed behind me the whole time at 45 because I had my emergency, like my light bar and everything going.
Hello, Filipina. And David.
Hey.
And
Where did Paul go?
Bumble teach.
I don't know where Paul.
Maybe
Here he comes. He's coming back.
Oops, wrong button.
What? Wrong button? Okay.
Well, because I was trying to do something else on the other TV, and I was trying to get rid of where I was trying to get on that one, and I just said leave. Yeah, click. Oop, left me on that one. Oh well. Yeah, it's just a couple clicks away. I'm back. Oh. Uh,
As he said, he's the one that let TJ in. Is he password protected your screen?
Yeah.
Hey, AZ.
Paul, am I trying? Do I need to throw you a line or something? You're like a fish with your mouth hung open there.
I don't know.
I am a bumblebee.
Yeah. Did anybody see anything from Drone DJ today? Something
No,
about there's an update for the Air 2 and the Air 2S?
I don't even know who that
No,
is.
I think so. I don't know. I might need to do that later.
Who's Drone DJ?
Drone DJ?
Yeah,
Oh, they
who-
know a lot of. Well, they're a regular thing out there, but I'm just um. They talk all about it's all drone news, right? They're pretty good up on date on what's happening, but it came up on my phone and I went to get to it, I screwed it up and I couldn't find it again. So I don't know if they posted any. I'll go to YouTube and see if they got anything there. 'Cause I went to it right afterwards, and all they were showing up Mini 3 and Mavic 3 updates. A Mini 3 update? Huh. But someplace I seen this, I thought maybe it was an old one or something that popped up. It's kind of weird because it said it was a Air 2. Actually, let me go to DJI. Oh,
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. What is the update for?
I don't know. I'm just trying to find it out.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah,
well,
when I was
something about the DJI Mini 3 has already got a thing to update for it. It boosted the time to 47 minutes instead of 43 or something.
well, that's for the new batteries. You gotta, those are extra.
Yeah. Okay. Downloads. Working there, cool. 0315. What's this one? 22. Cause that one's no, that's just not showing even at DJI though. Must have been something I clicked on. Must have been an old one or something. Huh.
Paul and
I-
Poor.
Cause I'm just looking for here the release notes. So it's the last one they had for 22. Any updates on the Air 2S?
I wonder if this works.
That might have been something old I clicked on, but it just popped up and I just went to go find it. I couldn't find it again. So,
Got air conditioning. Oh,
but I don't see even Drone DJ posting it. So
Hey Z,
yeah. Corey, Paul is the head of it. Paul Emporium. That's
okay, Fire 2, Mini 2, Mini 3, Air 2. Right there. Air 2.
hey, check this out. I got a little fan on my iPad.
oh boy.
Woohoo. Oh, here we go, right here. Okay. Here, I'll show the guys on the screen. Okay. DJI released a new firmware for Mavic Air 2 and Air 2S drones. June the 8th, 2022. That's today. So there's new firmware rolling out today for DJI's popular drones. So let's go see what raw shooting mode for Air 2S. So an update for the controller by the looks of it. Okay. Tells you how to do it, but yeah, because I seen something on it today, but yeah, I don't know. By the sounds of it, raw only shooting mode for Air 2S. It said in some case the previous firmware. These
How
drones
to
were, we got some
firmware
bug fixes too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
down below, how to update the
Please
firmware on
update, bring to
having-
hookup version.
Air 2S. Can you blow that up a little bit?
And it says at the same time DJI Fly app must be updated to version 1.64. So sounds like you got to update the aircraft, the controller, and the DJI Fly app.
What website did you find that off of?
Drone DJI. See up here?
Oh, okay.
Huh?
Yeah, I see that. It's dronedj.com.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're actually a pretty good channel because they list a lot of different drones in there, and even got a Tel in there too.
Well, yeah, AZ wants to know, Paul Hodges, why you're looking, you don't have an Air 2S.
Well, I just happened to see it because I know a lot of people here have an Air 2 and Air 2S. I just want to pass along the information.
And then AZ wants to know where Justin went.
Yeah, where did Justin go?
Probably
He
dinner.
fell off the chair. Yeah, it fell off the chair.
Well, no, he might be eating his KFC.
Those KFC. Funny. That says firmware update to make the Air 2S swim.
Uh-huh. That was pointed towards me.
Yeah.
Anybody want to buy a Autel Evo 2 drone for Prime Day? Oh, sorry, that's an oldie. Holy crap, that's
It
back in
says
2021.
June 21st of 2022. 2021, a year ago.
2020, yeah, it was a year ago. I just happened to pull it up. It wasn't much. That's it. When I hit the thing there, when's this one? Quite, this is last year. They're not updated. They're very good, are they?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
You work on the weather, Paul. You are a weatherman.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I should be doing the weather, not.
Well, I don't know. It's special interest reports. It all counts.
Actually, I haven't heard much about the Evo 2 lately. I haven't heard much about it.
My feet are killing me. Ugh. Can you put some of that on my salad?
Yeah, didn't you know that, Corey? The arm's going to start moving back and forth like this on the Air 2S, so it'll swim.
I don't really know what they're actually doing updates on because, like, if the aircraft's running fine, what the hell are they actually updating besides maybe
Oh, there you are.
the FlySafe app or like the FlySafe or whatever it is?
Well, according to that, there's a FlySafe app is bumped up, and well, probably because if you can shoot raw, everything has to be set up for it to shoot raw. All the three, the controller, the drone, and the app. Yeah, you're down by West Palm Beach, aren't you, TJ?
Yeah, probably like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, like look at this. There's West Palm Beach. Look at the storms all along the coast. Yeah, kind of a little nasty there.
Yeah,
On the edge. We got some rain here coming tonight. Oh, it's already almost here. Is it raining there, Paul?
No, but it's getting dark.
Look at this. Look where
Oh,
we
wait a
are.
minute. Wait a minute. Let me look out. Oh, pavement looks a little damp, wet.
Yeah. Well, look at this. Look what's coming.
here just a little
Go.
bit ago. Not stopped, but it's probably gonna come back.
Look,
again.
that's coming right at us, Paul.
Oh, yeah, look at that baby.
About 9 o'clock, 10. Okay. So,
Oh, yeah, there's where I am, right there, up at the thumb.
Yep. Yep.
How
Yeah,
late, how long is it gonna last? It's gonna last all night, isn't it?
Quite a while. Yeah, because it's supposed to be 100% tonight. I know our weather. 80%, I think, after 6 o'clock. Then it goes 100% around midnight or something. Yeah. So let's go to. Well, there's 10 o'clock is really. It looks like it's really going to hit you, Paul. Okay, cool. Like there's 10 o'clock and you're right here. So. Yeah, 10 o'clock. Let's go to 10:20. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna really get hit there about 11 o'clock. You're right there in the center of it all. So am I. Like, look at this. Where's London? I got mostly rain, but we got this tail coming down here. So. So did Filipina do any new videos today?
Yeah, Filipina, did you go out and fly?
Do anything like that today?
The
AD, I ordered some Loctite 401. You had to look for where it came from. Mine came from freaking the other side of the world. That's why it took so long to get here.
You know, I wish, I was hoping with Walmart and Amazon battling back and forth that the delivery would get a little quicker, but I guess they're stuck on that 2-day crap. I'd love to have the same day or 1-day delivery on things.
Yeah.
I think Filipina should come on the panel and David.
I am.
David
No,
is.
AZ David.
Oh, that David.
Yes.
Oh, I'm Dave. Sorry.
Yeah, Dave Innes and David. Yeah, AZ.
Yeah. I'm trying to type hellos to everybody.
Mr. Giggles.
Mr. Giggles. Yeah.
Giggles.
Oh,
Hey Justin, do you want to go to the Keys this weekend?
I'm nowhere near the Keys.
Oh,
That's like a 8-hour drive for me. buddy.
Yeah, he's up in the middle of the state.
he's in like
I'm in the dead center of the state.
right?
I'm dead center, length and widthwise. Oh shit.
What are you, about an hour south of Orlando?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm right between Orlando and Tampa. I mean, if I had like a 3-4 day weekend, wouldn't mind taking a trip down there, but I'm not with just 2 days off. I already do enough damn driving.
Well, when he gets 3 or 4 days off, he goes on the Stickley yacht. You know, that's where he goes.
Yeah.
3 Davids.
Yeah.
How is it like? How is there 3? You
David Preston and
oh,
AC Georgia and
and you.
I don't ever call easy
Oh,
day.
Filipina was on the panel yesterday.
Yeah, and she was on the panel yesterday and you weren't around, she says.
Oh damn! What were we doing? What was yesterday? I was at work yesterday, and I didn't like. I saw you were.
Well, you better get on your best. You better get on
Yeah.
your best behavior and start begging her to come on the panel.
I know what happened was yesterday. I got home, and I don't know if you saw my message. I said I was gonna pop in. I just wanted to pop in and say hey, and then I think after I got home, I think wifey and I.
The wife took you for a walk because she had your collar on.
didn't go for a walk. What did we do yesterday? I think we went out and got something to eat or something, or we went to the store to get a few things or whatever. I don't know what we did. We did something yesterday. I was gonna pop in on the panel, but I was like, well, we had to go to the store. We had to go somewhere and do something yesterday when I got home from work.
I'm mad he said, no, that wasn't it. Like that's a real thing. Like she takes him for a walk on a leash. That wasn't it. That's my little video today.
Yeah.
Did you take you on another walk on rocks?
That's why he's got foot pain. Yeah, yeah.
Is that why you have foot pain?
So
Well, I know that when she's got him on the collar, she's got one of those extra long leads so she can slap him on the butt with it. You know, get over here.
That's when
Heel, boy, heel.
DJ, that's when you purposely act up. You're like, hey.
Heel.
DJ, I wanted to ask you too. What did you hurt your foot or something?
No, like it was okay.
Kinda had a little lump.
yeah, I had a very bad injury back in 2008. I was working for my dad at the time, and he had a landscape lighting company, and this was on the coast of Georgia and Florida. Like it was, well, on the coast of Georgia. It was like, I don't know if you know where St. Simon's Island is at, but we were at a client's house, and I was climbing up this tree. My dad had a landscape lighting company, and
long story short, Justin, he fell out of the friggin' tree.
Yeah, that's what, yeah. Long story short, I fell out of a tree.
How far did you end up falling?
I fell 50 foot.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Lucky that's all that happened to you. That's a serious height right there.
That's a long way down.
Shattered my right ankle, ruptured my diaphragm, broke my lower back and my left wrist.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I didn't know all that. I thought you just broke your leg.
Oh, no.
Why do you think he giggles all the time?
That's his giggle. Yeah.
I noticed when you were at the drone meetup, you kind of had a bad weapon. I didn't know if, like,
Yeah. And like, I think a couple people have noticed that my mom and we walk the same. We kind of walk with a hunch, kind of a little bit.
Do you get a disability check for that?
No, well, I was on workman's comp for a little while, but now that I'm fully recovered, I'm able to work, and I have a bracelet I wear on my ankle when I'm at work, but still, like with all the bending and shit that I do at work, just like messes with my back and everything.
Did you go to an attorney about it?
Yeah, we ended up doing that, but my dad said, like when he was alive, said I sued him, but I didn't. It was under workman's comp and all this stuff because it was at a job. So
yeah, but when you're dealing with Social Security or workman's comp, you almost have to get a lawyer these days.
You got to have a lawyer. Yep.
Social Security, if you try to file for Social Security, they'll deny you the first 3 or 4 times.
I hurt my back way back in the early 90s while I was at work, and I just thought, heck with it. But the doctor says it's going to keep getting worse, and so I finally got a really good attorney, and within 4 months, I got total disability.
How'd you hurt your back?
Well, as just don't know, when you manage big outlets, the truck drivers that bring stuff in on pallets, sometimes somebody at the warehouse gets the stupid idea that they're going to turn the pallet sideways. They could get a couple more pallets on the truck. Well, so that means you got to get up there and spin the pallets. Well, you do it with a 2-wheeler underneath it, and you spin it while you're standing on the lift gate, going up and down, doing it. And I was pulling up on it so that they could spin it. and all of a sudden my two-wheeler cut out from underneath it, and I was shot out of the back of that truck. I could see the truck going away from me like that, and I flung that heavy two-wheeler, went 50 feet behind me, and I landed on my back.
You know what you should do?
Oh,
TJ? You should
fuck.
go to a doctor's and get a doctor's note.
Yeah, you need to get a doctor. You need to go find a good doctor and get a good attorney, because you don't have to pay the attorney. The insurance pays the attorney.
Yeah,
What I'm
exactly.
saying is he needs to at least get a doctor's note for work so they can't overwork him to where he's hurting himself.
Well, I think you're young. You're young enough. You should be working on workman's comp.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like sometimes, like I don't know. My job does get frustrating because I do the same thing every day. Like we're literally on a line, and all these totes are coming down, and we're picking all this product and putting them in the totes, and you're having to like bend down a lot and like twisting your back and
That's what I'm
shit.
saying is you should be able to get a doctor's note that says you're allowed to take so many breaks while you're working, because you're obviously better enough to where they've released you to work, but you're not better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And the older you get, the worse it's going to get. That's why you need the document now, because
Yeah.
at some point in time, TJ, you're not going to be able to do all that bending and twisting and stuff.
Yeah, that was my deal.
Yeah, with all that,
I-
even with that metal, all that metal inside of me too.
Yep. Dave had the same thing too.
Yeah, I actually went out for some other reasons, but degenerative disc disease and spinal surgery and stuff all caught up with me, and I actually
I-
never had to go to a lawyer to get disability.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like, like David said, like in a jokingly way, he said they have his picture all over Florida, not to hire Tej liability. But, like when I went to HR one day, I, told them all the stuff that was going on. And they said, well, if we would have known that before, they wouldn't have hired
Wouldn't
me.
have hired you. Yep.
Well, because when you're doing a warehouse job or even at Walmart,
Manual. Yep.
well, they ask you when they hire you, are you able to lift 50 pounds? And can you go up and down ladders? Can you twist? Like they ask you those questions on the applications. And you're
Yeah.
supposed to be able to. But at the same time, if some companies don't want to hire you because that it could fall under discrimination under certain cases. So companies sometimes are wary about not doing that, because then they don't want somebody to come back and sue them for saying, oh, because like at Walmart, they hire people with handicaps all the time, but just to stand at the door, or they'll find something for them to do because they
Yeah.
don't want to look bad. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Right.
Even though that
But,
person isn't really capable
guess-
of doing all that.
I don't know. Everybody's like freaking out that because you have to, like at my job, you have to make a certain production rate, and it's so ridiculous. And like I've kind of like I used to make rate like all the time, but like sometimes I'd have bad days, but then I'd make up for it. But recently I've been like not making my rate, and my mom and my family are worried that I'm going to lose my job, and like I'm not going to. Like I'm making $21 an hour, and they're saying like I'm not gonna find that anywhere else. So I mean, I'm gonna like if I lose my job at Walgreens, and I'm gonna lose my
Hey, TJ, have you tried maybe transferring to an actual Walgreens store? Because
Well, that's what I
sometimes
thought
a lot of
about,
companies,
like
but listen to me, a lot of companies, when you're working at a warehouse position and you're making that much money, when you transfer to a store, a lot of times you won't lose a lot of that. You'll lose a small percentage, but you'll probably still be at 18, 19 an hour.
yeah.
And a lot less lifting.
Because
Yeah.
I had guys that used to come from the warehouse all the time at Walmart when I was a manager that were making $20, $25 an hour, and they would only lose $1.50 coming to the store, and it was half the work of what they were doing in the warehouse. So what they would do is a lot of these guys would go get hired at the warehouse, work there for a couple of years, get a couple of good pay raises, and they would transfer to one of the stores because it was a lot easier work than working in the warehouse.
But would they still like would they still have their same schedule and everything? Because I know like right now, you know, I work Monday, Tuesday, off Wednesday, then work Thursday, Friday.
Well, you gotta
So-
hire a full-time position. Well, you more anything, if anything, you gotta apply for a full-time position in a store. And you know you're only gonna be working days because Walgreens is a small store. They don't have overnight stockers. So you're
Yeah.
only gonna work during the day, 5 days, any one of the 5 days a week.
Are you working 4 10s, 10-hour days?
Yeah, 4 10-hour days. Yeah.
Or like Tim said, get a forklift job instead of working where you're actually bending.
Well,
where you're
That's
driving.
what I used to do. There was a department that I used to work in on nights. I used to work in receiving, and we would drive on forklifts, and you know that was kind of brutal for my body. You know, just stepping up and down and like
Did
doing
it
all
hurt
that.
your foot at all?
Yeah, ankle and hurt my back. Like literally one night I was working and I literally put a pallet on the forks, lifted it up, and sat on some boxes and like literally like fell asleep in the back of the truck.
TJ, TJ, Tim Jackson's got a message for you.
What does he say?
Oh, he was talking about the forklift thing.
Oh,
But
Yeah.
the thing is, though, is if you have a bad foot, though, I could see a forklift being an issue too.
yeah. Teach, do it. Get a forklift job. Yeah.
Well, definitely you wouldn't want to have a job where you got to climb up into anything and climb down out of anything, you know?
Yeah.
Well, like I don't have any problems with my legs, but I'll tell you, my freaking sometimes my knee and my foot are hurting at the end of the day from driving all day.
Yep, in and out, in and out.
And just sitting and driving too, or, you know, your foot gets tired after a while. Going brake gas, brake gas, brake gas. You know what I'm saying?
Even driving sometimes, like my ankle starts to hurt sometimes. Like, man.
Well, that's why I said I do a lot of. That's 70% of my job is just driving all day long.
Yeah.
I'll drive anywhere between 200 to 300 miles a day in a 10-hour period.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's kind of getting to the point where, I mean, I want to leave there, but if I did, I don't know what else I'd want to do. Like, my neighbor across the hall there was talking to me about getting a county job or something like that.
Wait. No,
But,
not you
I mean, I
guys.
don't-
Somebody. No. Sorry.
I don't know what I would do, like for like the county or whatever.
I'll go get a desk job then.
Yeah, that's what every once in a while Walgreens they'll put different job postings up, and I think like once in a blue moon they have desk job postings sometimes. That's what I'd rather be doing, just sitting behind a desk and just
But
doing
see, the
whatever.
thing too is Florida is a right to work state, so employees don't have much rights, but it depends on which, it's like I said, it really depends on the company too, because you know, huge companies like Walmart and stuff, they don't want to look bad. So you know, it's all about an image thing. It just really depends on the company.
I mean, Tim's asked, what experience do I have? I mean, I'm kind of good at doing lawn maintenance stuff. Kind of good at
Yes, I
technology.
did. Thank you.
I hate cutting my lawn. That shit.
Paul, I sent you a message.
Oh my God.
Pixie
Thank
dust
Okay, Paul.
on the tilt-a-whirl.
Yep, yep.
Okay. Ugh. What are you doing,
I'm
Vader?
just glad I'm not with Walmart no more, man. That was.
What you got? What you got down there?
You could be a pixie dust spreader on the tilt-a-whirl.
I'll tell you, being a manager at Walmart ain't no joke, man. Like,
Hey, TJ, or not TJ.
Hey,
What's his
hey,
name?
what's
Hey,
JD.
JD.
up?
JD's in the house.
JD. Hey, man.
How'd you make out flying there, JD? He was gonna go flying last night or something.
Tim, Tim Jackass. Oops, I mean Jackson.
Yeah.
you know, because you know what really sucks about, especially if you're salary at Walmart. You know, on there's about a 2-3 month period during the holidays where, as a salary manager, you only get 1/2 day off. You work 6.5 days, and they're 12-hour shifts every day.
Oh, lovely. I don't think I'd want to do that.
No, it's
Uh,
a stressful job. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
And you just say,
Adrian.
when you break down, because assistant manager starts off at 49.5 a year, and if you break down how many hours they work, they actually make less an hour than what employees are making,
Oh,
because of
We're at the
amount of-
Walmart DC.
well, just Walmart at a store, because
Hey.
the government started a law a couple years ago that if you were salary, you had to make a minimum 49.5 a year, otherwise they had to pay you overtime even if you were salary. So all these companies like Walmart and stuff, instead of wanting to pay these managers thousands and thousands of dollars in overtime every year, they just upped their pay by like $8,000. And they made it to the 49.5. You have to make $49,500 a year in order to not get overtime as a salary.
yeah. Adrian's in the house, and Tim Jackson said to you, Justin, I've been checking jobs and houses in Florida.
Telling you, man, this is the place to come, man. The growth here is insane. If you're into construction, Florida is a place to be. I'm telling you.
Wow, they're
freaking stop.
well, even here they're trying like hell trying to fill jobs over here because there's a lot of places hiring, but nobody wants to work. That's the problem, right? So
Well, here there's just so many positions because I think things are growing faster than they can fill the positions.
yeah,
I mean, but
just,
like I said, if you're into construction, man, Florida is the place to be. Or if you have
and
any, like,
imagine they got to be decent paid too, though, in the construction trade there.
oh yeah, and just like what Tim's doing now, traffic shit. I mean, there's tons of jobs of road working jobs. I mean, just everything. It doesn't matter what industry it is. If it has to do with buildings, infrastructure, or housing, or anything,
Yeah.
it's a place to be.
Tim sending resumes this weekend.
That's what I'm saying. Tim has construction and he has like road work experience working on the road.
And supervisory experience.
You what?
And supervisory experience.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you're in any of that field, Florida is where it's at right now.
Yeah.
Or even, I mean, Texas, Tennessee. A lot of people are moving to Tennessee. But like there's literally 3 or 4 towns just around my city that haven't seen growth in over 25 years, and now they're almost double in size, each one of them, for the last 3 years. Like they're all these little small towns are now becoming cities. Yeah, there's plenty of jobs in Florida, Robert, that's for sure. But
Yeah.
some reason, to me, it seems like the growth is faster than what the people are moving here, though. Because there's a lot of high-paying positions for different fields here that have been vacant for months, because they just don't have the people here to fill them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there is part of that as well, people being lazy.
Yeah, they don't want to work. They just want everything like handed to them. I mean, like, I know we all get lazy sometimes, but it's like, man,
Yeah.
especially me, like I get lazy at times. I just don't feel like doing shit. Like when I'm at work, I'm like, man, I don't want to be here today. Like
Yeah.
they've like the volume like will be high, but like it'll be like sometimes it'll be 10 hours. 10 hours will go into 11, like 10 and a half. 10 and a half will go to 11. We'll go to 11 and a half. It's like, golly.
Well, that's been happening since the '80s, JD, with the pay gap. You know, somebody on Wall Street back in the '60s and '70s hardly made any money. And then all of a sudden in the '80s, when stocks exploded, that's when CEOs started making, 20 times what an employee makes. And it's just been going up ever since.
Hmm.
The Walton family, the I think it's either 3 or 4 kids, their combined wealth is damn near $200 billion.
Well, we have a niece of Mr. Walton here in town, and she's worth like I don't know, 500,000 or something. I don't. It's a lot of money. She and her husband own a big ranch down the south part of town where they bought the road. It was public and it's now theirs. And I don't know. Even the cousins and nieces, Sam took care of everybody.
Well, that's what I said. I think he has 4 kids, maybe 3. I can't remember offhand, but none of them actually run the company. They just sit back and collect royalties because Doug McMillan's the actual CEO of Walmart. And they just sit back and collect money. They get royalties every year.
Yeah. Hey, Paul, right back. He's just making a phone call. He's got a couple of things he has to straighten out with his bank. So.
Oh yeah, farm work is nothing. Not to say farmers are any bit lazier than they were or than people that worked on a farm 30, 40 years ago, but farming has gotten extensively easier over the past 30 years.
Oh yeah, there's machinery for everything, right?
Right, because now, before like 30, 40 years ago, you needed 20, 30 guys to run a huge ass farm. And
Yeah.
to really maintain everything, now you just need a couple of guys. Like, you don't really need a whole lot of people anymore because everything's so automated. But like I said, it's not to say that any farmers these days are lazy by any means. It's just, it's not the work that their grandfather did. It's not the backbreaking work that their grandfather had to do when they farmed. Now you can freaking set a damn, what is it? One of those machines that goes out and plucks the corn. I can't remember the name of it, but you can set those machines automated now where the driver doesn't even have to be in the driver's seat. It'll go through the field and do a whole.
You're
preset.
right. Yeah, that's been the last couple of years. I follow a couple of farmers, and they have those new tractors that are what's it called, autonomy or something like that, where they
Yeah.
just do it by themselves. They get set and they do it by themselves.
Yeah, but I've been watching one guy there. He's called a millennial farmer, and
Yeah,
he's got
I
a
see
John
him.
Deere, planter, and he's had nothing but heartaches with it because all the sensors on it. And the problem is a lot of these farmers can't fix it themselves. They got to wait for a John Deere dealer to show up to replace a sensor or whatever, right? But
Well, that's the way John Deere set it up. Now there's new laws governing John Deere, and they can't make it proprietary to only their mechanics have to come out. They have to make it available so the farmer can do that. I think.
Yeah. I
That's
heard
what
they
I've
were
been-
they were suing them for that, but I don't know if it has become a law yet or not. But
Well, what it was is they were suing Apple and John Deere about 2 years ago for it was called the right to fix or something like that. And the guys from that were suing John Deere, they joined forces with Louis Rossman from New York, who was suing Apple over it. And
Yeah.
they ended up losing the case, unfortunately.
no,
So and it was be able to fix your own products without having to have the company do it.
This wasn't
Yeah.
2 years ago that I saw. This was recently. And what was said, now, I don't know if it's true or not, but the government made John Deere put out pamphlets, put out software, and make it easy for these farmers to do their own work on their own tractors.
Well, a lot of
Yeah.
the farmers weren't even having that issue anyway because they were getting hacks for the tractors from hacking software. And guess where it was coming out of all places? Russia. They were buying these programs. These Russian hackers were building programs for the John Deere tractors and selling them to the farmers in the U.S. And then they would have some young computer geek come in and download it on their tractor, and they were able to bypass a lot of that stuff.
A lot of the farmers around here have college degrees. They're perfectly capable of doing that.
JD said Justin used to pick corn by running backwards through the cornfield naked.
Hilarious, JD. You still got my-
Okay, I'll pay to see that.
That's pretty.
Well, I know everybody would pay to see that. I mean, come on, look at me.
He is on a roll. JD's picking on Justin big time.
Oh man,
It's his love for him. It's his love for
Yeah.
him. He wouldn't
Hey,
let me if he-
Ron. Hey, Ron's in the house from RL Photography.
JD's a pain in the ass stepbrother I never wanted.
Oh, gross, Dave.
New fans like, go get him, Slugger.
Justin's famous corn. Corn served on buns.
Corn cobs.
Cobs, corn cobs served on buns. That's funny. He'll get 'em.
well,
But see, that's what worries me too about some of the newer farmers is if all that technology failed, would they know how to do the old school farming? Because I think some of the newer generation farmers have gotten so reliant on a lot of that automated stuff.
Well, but I think it helps produce more yield though. They get more acreage, you know.
Well, what I'm saying
Stuff
though,
is-
is like, what if that's, but that's what I'm saying is when those tractors do fail,
You know.
are they really prepared to be able to do it by hand or like an old school type way?
Yeah.
That been lost
But-
over generations, like old school methods.
Well, and one of the big problems is that if the thing is down in the middle of planting season, you can't get somebody up for a couple 3 days. That could make a big difference, especially in the weather. Like could delay planting for a long time, right?
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, the nice thing about the planters and stuff, they got indicators to make sure the seed's going into the ground and everything else. They got that technology. Well, they've had that for a long time, anyways. But
To milk cows is all automated now. The cows just come right in, the machine hooks up to them.
Yeah.
And then they have a
Oh,
machine that scrapes all the shit out, like of the barns. Like they don't even have to clean that up anymore.
yeah.
It's just a big scraper that comes along the floor and cleans it and sanitizes it. And then the next set of cows come in, do their milking, do their business on the floor, and it does it again. It just cleans the floors.
Mm.
It was about 95 here today, AZ, but the freaking humidity was insane. It was
Yeah, that's what it read on my on the thermostat on my car. I was like 95. Holy shit.
I would rather be in dry heat like AZ's than humid heat. Dry heat's a lot easier to deal with. The humidity, man, you just like, I'll get out of my work truck and just go to 2 or 3 houses and I'm pouring so much sweat that my sunglasses, everything, I just have to take them off because I'm
Then you start sweating. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. No kidding.
when I have to walk a whole neighborhood, by the time I get back, I'm just drenched in sweat. And then I have to get in the car and cool off under the air conditioner. Like I hate when I have to walk a whole neighborhood. Like it's easy for paperwork because I can get a whole neighborhood done real quick, but it's just being out in that heat for 20, 30 minutes walking a neighborhood, it get to you. Make it to the gas station in the morning because I forgot to fill up before I came home. The gas light was on.
Stop kissing my ass, JD. AZ said, David.
Oh, you'll see some wicked shit in heat like that though, in like Arizona and Southern California, man. Like I said, I had one time I had a Craftsman screwdriver on the dash of my car, and I came out and it was just like, it was like putty.
Huh.
Because it got so hot. It was sitting up on the dash of the car.
Well, Paul must be talking up quite the storm.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and jump off here. I gotta go get the mail and do a little bit of laundry myself.
All right.
But I'll take it easy. We'll see y'all later.
See you later,
Yep.
T.
Yeah.
Well, Robert, growing up in Southern California and experiencing both, I understand what you're saying that it could kill you quicker, but I still would rather be in dry heat.
Yeah.
Just because the humidity just makes you feel so freaking nasty. At least in dry heat, once you get inside here, you cool off.
Yeah.
pretty-
Well, we still get hot, but the humidity here is just terrible because we're surrounded by lakes, right? We got all the Great Lakes and they get so freaking hot around here.
I was born in Arizona and grew up in the Mojave Desert. And when it's 115 for 3 weeks in a row, it doesn't matter
Yeah.
where you're at or what you do,
Yeah.
you're hot. It's
Yeah.
You
miserable.
gotta have a really good swamp cooler.
That's
Right,
what
you're-
we had,
that-
swamp coolers in the old days.
Yeah.
My dad had 2 industrial swamp coolers on his roof and had his roof reinforced. When he had his roof
Go
redone,
outside?
he had it reinforced and had 2 huge
Come on.
swamp coolers put on the roof that he got from one of his friends. I mean, these things were big, and you would literally open his door on his house and it would suck the door shut. It was so powerful, like it was like a hurricane in the house. It felt wonderful in the summertime. Like that's how we kept the house. Like if one of them went out, you were still good with one of them. Like it was plenty for the house. But these pads were probably 6 foot by 6 foot. It was so big. Like they were huge coolers. I try to explain swamp coolers to people on the East Coast and they don't know what the hell they are.
Yeah. I don't see many of them anymore, but when I was a kid, that's all we had.
Yeah, because in the dry heat, you gotta add humidity to cool. Where, you know, a swamp cooler here in Florida would be useless. It wouldn't do anything for you.
Well, we got these, I don't know, what do you call it? They're like a big fan, but they run water through them, cold water.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
like they run water through the pads on the side, right?
Yeah, or something that just, yeah, grab the moisture or something.
Yeah, that's called they call them swamp coolers in the US.
Oh,
The worst place to be in the US by far is Death Valley. You want to talk about hot? Ooh.
that's where I was growing up, about 50 miles from Death Valley. We went there all the time. Oh,
Yeah, I grew
that's
up in
why.
Barstow and Newberry area.
And where?
Barstow and Newberry area.
Oh yeah, I was in Ridgecrest China Lake Naval Weapons Center. That's where I grew up.
Oh yeah, I know where that's at. That's
About
out
80
on-
miles north of Barstow on
Yeah, I was right by-
395.
Yeah, I was right by 29 Palms, all that.
Okay, we used to play them in and our high school team would play their high school team, and whatever sport it was. So it was fairly close.
Used to work at 29 Palms.
Yeah, and then you had like Fort Irwin. It was out in the middle of nowhere. Talk about a dangerous road. That road used to trip me out. It was a flat. I don't know if anybody's ever been to Fort Irwin in the chat or on the panel, but you go, it's just a flat road that goes for, I want to say like maybe 15, 20 miles. But there's been so many people killed on that road. It's insane. You drive down it and there's just hundreds of crosses on the side of the road, all the way from Fort Irwin Military Base till you get into, what is it, Yermo, California. And oh my God, it's so dangerous. And it's so weird because you can see down the road for 10 miles, right? It's perfectly clear. You can see everything around you, but it's just so many people get killed on that road.
Well, there's some ball
Hey,
busts
Ron.
in the chat tonight.
Hey, Ron.
David, what be happening?
The ones my dad had worked, Robert. Trust me. I said you would open his doors on his house and it would suck the doors shut. They were so powerful.
Newfound. He's just like, you watch David finds out Justin is his long lost.
great uncle.
Well, it depends.
Because on the next episode of Murray.
Is this, well, it depends, David. Am I in your trust fund? I only deal with trust funds.
Oh, which David are you talking about?
Yeah, we're talking about you being my lost great uncle because we grew up in the same area.
Oh, well, I don't have a trust fund yet. I gotta wait for my mom to die. That's the truth. That's the truth. I don't want her to die, but she's 84, and sooner or later we're all gonna pass away.
When you gotta go, right?
That's when you're gonna see
Yeah.
Dave down in Florida, the Keys, living it up on the beach.
Nah, I'm staying right here. I've spent lots of times down in Florida. Has a lot of good things to it, but it also has sinkholes and alligators. And
Gators and snakes, huh?
Well, sinkholes are actually pretty bad in Florida. They're very common.
yeah.
I've seen that, eh?
The matter of fact, a grocery store here in our town, Publix, a couple miles from my house, they had a big ass one opened up in their parking lot, swallowed half their parking lot.
Yeah,
Nobody
they
got
don't
killed.
really, they don't give you any notice. They just boom, opens up.
Well, some of them will show, like the one in the Publix parking lot, they saw it coming because over like a week's time, the parking lot started sagging. And once they realized what it was, they cordoned off the area. And then like a week later, it just opened up.
Yeah.
But some of them, yeah, you don't see them coming. Like there was that one guy a couple years ago down here in Florida. Was it him and his brother were sitting in the house and half the house went into a sinkhole. And he lost his
Yeah.
brother. His brother just disappeared. He heard his brother scream, and then that was it. Last time he ever saw him.
Yeah. I've seen a couple happen on the interstates, the highways out in Florida. They open them up, cars just keep going into them, and you never see them again.
It's scary thinking about that sometimes because you just never know, right? Whether you're sitting
Yeah.
on top of one or not.
Well, you could be up here where I'm at. And you never know when that tornado's going to hit. I mean, they give you a siren or whatever, but there's still not enough time.
We actually get surprisingly, Florida actually gets their fair share of tornadoes every year. And then on top of that, you'll get a hurricane, and then you'll get a
Yeah.
tornado inside the hurricane whipping around, giving you double whammy.
Yeah, it's
That's
pretty
what's
scary.
scary.
Yeah.
But
You
yeah,
never know, Dave. You never know.
No, you never know.
There's an entire neighborhood here in Florida that the homeowners have sued. They're all in a big, huge lawsuit against the development company because the entire neighborhood's been, just sinkholes been opening up left and right throughout the whole neighborhood. And they've lost a bunch of houses. And they've been, all the homeowners have been suing the hell out of development company because they said that they should have done ground penetration, because some of the development companies will do ground penetration radar on the properties before they start building to make sure there's nothing there.
You should have seen the one at my old place, about a mile down the road. It was a, what type of a mine was it? But anyhow, these people, their driveway kept sinking and sinking, and finally the state or the county or whatever came in. It was this gigantic cave that they had mined in. There was old vehicles down in there. There was about 10 houses that they mandatory evacuated. These people lost their homes about a year ago.
Well, you remember that freaking lake in what was it, Louisiana, a couple years ago? It swallowed that whole lake.
Yep, I remember that.
It was a company that was drilling in the lake, and I think they went through and they hit, because this was a man-made sinkhole, because they were drilling in the lake and they punctured through an old mine shaft, and it freaking swallowed the entire lake. The entire lake was gone within a couple of days. And then you could just see like whole groups of trees just getting sucked down in this thing. Or that big ass one that was in Russia. Russia has a problem with sinkholes too. There's a huge one there. It's massive. Oh, JD says, was it just a warning, JD, like a practice? He said the tornado sirens went off at 1:30 this morning.
Now that means one's been spotted.
Well, I'm saying sometimes don't they set them off to test them though?
Yeah, they do, but it's usually at noon. Like here in this town, it's at noon every Wednesday. So,
Oh, okay.
and then
Here,
if you've
Justin, you
got
want
a
to see a
radio,
sinkhole?
Yeah. Paul's a little occupied right now, Stan.
Check this out.
I'll ask him here in a minute.
This is about a mile from where my old house. Giant sinkhole opens up in South Dakota. People go inside, investigate, and the pics go viral. This is these people's driveway right here. Ooh, I like the beach photos better here,
I
but
think he's supposed to get it tomorrow, Stan.
but here it was a gypsum mine. Look how big the sinkhole is.
Hold on a sec, because I gotta switch.
huge.
Give me a second. Oh, wow.
This is how big it is. Look at this picture. Wow. You know, these people were pissed. Wow.
Huh.
It's only about a mile down the street from me. Whew.
So was it like a sinkhole, or was it just like there was an opening to a cave they built on top of it?
Yeah, it was. They built it on top of the other thing. Got an old car down in there. Look at that.
Oh, Jesus. It's kind of makes you wonder how the hell that car got down in there.
I know. All these people's houses are ruined though. Yeah, it was only half a mile down the street from me. Yeah.
That's what insurance is for.
I remember
Mhm.
that big one they had in, what was it, Brazil a couple years ago? Swallowed up like a whole block.
I have a sister-in-law from Brazil and one from Ukraine.
Yeah, because I think Stan Paul's supposed to get his tomorrow, if I'm right.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Any update, Paul, on
No, it still says tomorrow.
still says tomorrow. There you go, Stan.
Is it from UPS, right?
Yep. Well,
Uh,
I don't know who it is, but it's UPS, I think.
if it's UPS, it's almost definitely going to be there tomorrow. They're pretty good about being on time. I actually usually get my packages the day before they say they're supposed to be delivered from UPS. They're the ones I have the least issues with, at least around my area.
Yeah.
If the post office says, "Oh, it'll be delivered Thursday," I won't get it till freaking Monday. They're never on time.
Monday sometime next month.
Yeah, they're never on time. But UPS, like a lot of times, they'll tell me, "Oh, your package is scheduled to be delivered Wednesday," and also a lot of times I'll get it on a Tuesday. I'll get it Tuesday.
Yeah, I'll be right with you guys.
Yep, not a problem.
I'm curious to see if anybody's had that range issue problem that they were talking about.
Hey, I gotta go. Hope you guys have a good night.
Okay,
Yep.
Dave, you're heading
Okay,
out,
Dave.
huh?
Yeah, it's getting time for supper, and then I'm getting kind of tired.
Okay, we understand.
Happy
I had
pill time.
physical therapy this morning, and kind of
They start that early, don't they?
yeah, it was like before 7.
Wow.
You know.
Oh,
I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
see
Okay.
you, Dave.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Yep, did it. I did.
Bye.
Bye, Dave.
Well, what have I done?
Oh, I
talked
just
about dodging
I just
the
clued
bullet.
in that Ron's home.
What's that?
I just clued in you're home.
My home?
You're
You're
at the
home.
house.
Oh yeah.
I just clued in and went, oh crap, he's at home. I thought
He's got
you
beer
told me.
behind him.
You're going
Yeah.
back when?
Not a ratty old couch. This fall. We're supposed to be getting a new couch and beds and carpeting and all
Oh,
kinds of
that'd be
stuff.
nice.
Mhm.
All kinds of things, huh?
Yeah.
What's up,
I mean,
Rob? Just popped in.
It's 11 years, but talk about dodging the bullet. I left back in Pennsylvania, and I think I told you guys a while back, big corporation that owned 5 hospitals. They shut down 2 of them right in my immediate area, the one I used to work at and another one. And it put the community in unbelievable strain. Now, they shut down the paramedic. They also owned the paramedic unit, which was owned by the hospital. And matter of fact, here, share screen. How about? Yeah,
Tower Direct.
yeah, big company. Oops. Yeah, that paramedic unit does about 8,000 calls a year.
Really?
Wow. And how the hell can they just close it down?
They own it. They can do whatever the hell they want, apparently. I wrote on there, I said, what is next back home? Doesn't sound like a safe place to live anymore, especially if you have health problems. Sad for all my coworkers, but glad I left 11 years ago.
Yeah.
One of my friends wrote, she goes, I know it's like EMS is stepping back in time when there's no advanced services. People will suffer, lives will be lost due to health and accidents.
Yeah, but this, the thing is, they were probably doing that many a year, but maybe they weren't just making money, and they, you know how these corporations are, they don't deem it.
Hey, what are you
profitable.
doing?
Yeah, shut it down.
I am sitting up here fixing dinner for the kids.
Okay, when you get done, do you want to, hang on a second.
Excuse me.
Wow.
Oops, sorry.
Well, must have to have somebody cover the area
Yeah, they got,
from a farther distance away, but you know.
they do. And this paramedic, the 2 paramedic services they have, I don't think they have the staffing for it. And the staffing they have sucks. As a matter of fact, 2 of them, I just found out yesterday, had their paramedic license pulled from the state. They went to an attempted suicide, said, oh, this guy's dead. Was there for about a half an hour and went to leave. Coroner showed up. This guy ain't dead.
Oh,
They hadn't done shit to help try and save him.
Paul Murray, Stella says hi and we'll be here soon.
Sounds good.
Yep.
What's up, toy man, Ron?
Stella is going to be joining us
Cool.
soon. Soon.
Soon.
And anyway, yeah, I'm still trying to figure out the damn mess.
There, Paul.
Well, my electric company decided to violate, I'm on so much a month on a regular payment program. They tripled the payment this month and just crashed my whole credit cards and everything.
Oh, shit.
And when I called them up to say, because my normal is $299 a month for my electric.
Wow.
So they charged me $600.
So is that including your tenants and
The
your-
tenant and everything, yeah. Uh-huh.
It's not bad.
But still, like even at $299 for you and for one house, holy
Yeah.
crap, man.
Yeah, one house.
You don't want to know what I pay.
Do you have that as a legal second dwelling or?
No, it's just part of my house. It's all one bill.
Okay.
So in other words, it used to, at one time it had 2 meters way back when. And my dad had both meters taken out, combined into one. And so that's the way it stands now. It's like the air conditioning. It's not separate. I pay for the air conditioning. I pay for the electric. I pay for everything. And that's all included. And the cable I pay for, that's all included in their rent.
So you control the air in their house? Are they part of it?
Somewhat, but we've got a computerized heating and cooling system. They have computerized thermostats on upstairs, and I have them down here.
So you guys can do 2 different temperatures?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
but supposedly it's locked up there, so they don't hog wild. I did have a tenant at one time that used to mess with it in the wintertime. In the summertime, instead of the air conditioning running, they were running the heating system. So my furnace and my air conditioning was going on and off and on and off.
Or they got the air conditioning running, but the windows open.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
So you just charge them a certain portion of that every month?
Well, I just charge them a base rate for living there.
But
I think that's at Steel. They're getting 2-bedroom upstairs with all the utilities and everything. I only charge them $900 a month.
because I think mine here runs about 146, I think, a month.
Yeah.
That includes water and everything.
Yeah. Well, and I pay the
Water,
water,
sewage.
sewer, yep, everything. Yep.
Yep. Yep. But that's all one bill. Mine, the hydro, the water, and the sewer.
Oh,
is
does
all
it?
one-
No, see, the city I pay for sewer, water. The Edison I pay for the electric. The gas company I pay for the gas. Then I pay Xfinity for the internet, and then I pay the insurance and everything.
See here, you only have to pay for water and your electric. The sewage and the trash go on to your property.
City
tax.
taxes, property tax.
Yeah.
So the.
Oh yeah.
owner-
Then I pay property taxes, which is about $1,200 a year.
I think ours is 1,800 here, I think.
Well, I think mine is closer to 1,800, but they split it up. They have summer and winter tax. The summer tax is the big one, and the winter tax is a little one.
The hell's the difference? What does the weather have to do with this?
Yeah.
Well, you don't shit as much in the winter.
Yeah.
I don't. My shitting schedule doesn't change.
Well,
I'm just saying.
and I was a bad boy today. I was feeling bad, so I went over and I got myself some Boston creams, Paul, and I ate all 6 of them.
Oh my God. If Paul's a little hyper tonight, you know why?
Looks like Robert's not having no issues with his Mini 3. He said he flew 8,000 feet out today.
Yeah, I think it's just a case of people that are having problems with them. Maybe there were just a batch of defective ones that weren't working
Well, it's
properly.
really- it could be where you're flying too. It could be a natural.
Yep. Oh, exactly.
natural-
Exactly.
Like it could be a natural
Well, it's like
energy.
when I was flying my Inspire 1, Paul knows this. When I was flying my Inspire 1s and I was doing ships, I'd get down just a little ways down, and all of a sudden I'd lose the visual link. I didn't lose control of the drone, but you try to fly it back just using the little thing at the bottom coming back to land. It's not a lot of fun. So I that Inspire 1 on occasion, not all the time, on occasion, I'd lose it after about 1,500 feet. Lose the video uplink. Not always, but on occasion. So that's when I switched over to OcuSync, and I've never looked back since.
Like I said, it could just be a natural interference. It could be some kind of radar that's in the area that you don't know about, a weather radar or something. I mean, it could be anything.
Yeah, Robert. Yeah, I saw Robert's videos. I think it was Robert that was flying out in Tombstone, and he was going forever, through the valleys and everything. And I don't know. We'll wait and see. This last thing here just made me figure maybe I've got to sell some more stuff. I don't know.
And it could depend on what country they're in too. Like some of these people in other countries that are doing reviews, they don't even have. They're only allowed the 2.4. They can't even have 5.8 gigahertz. So they don't already. Their range is limited
Right.
to a certain extent. Like a U.S. drone will outperform a drone in one of the European countries because it can go farther. It's got a stronger signal. That's why they were doing all those hacks a few years ago. People over in England were hacking their drones to make the drone think they were in the US. They were doing some kind of thing to it to where they could unlock the 5.8 on them. I don't know if you can still do that, but I remember watching I don't remember where that dude's from. I think he's British or something. He has a channel and he always does those little hacks.
But the Mini 3 does run an OcuSync, doesn't it?
OcuSync 3.
Well, you would think it wouldn't it'd get a lot farther than what some of these people have been complaining about.
Yeah, but like you say, like Justin's saying, we just don't know the terrain they're flying.
Yeah.
Because as Ron knows, that drone of yours wasn't all that far away that landed up on the mountain, was it?
Yeah.
And it's like there's logically in your mind, you go, what the hell? I've flown that far before. Why all of a sudden now?
Yeah.
Robert said he thinks it's a country issue because he saw the air photography video, so that the guy from that channel must be in another country.
That's good, Tim. Thank you.
Hey, Z, Marshall is asking Robert if he lives out by Tombstone, Arizona.
Oh no, Chuck, you're gonna get the Mini 3 and you're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna enjoy all those issues so we can hear more.
We buy one too.
Yeah.
You guys are all suckers.
But Chuck says he can still cancel his order.
Hey, Chuck, yeah, but it's still a pile of shit.
Well, I went and looked at several people that I trust, not people that I know that are being paid to do it. And some of the night shots and stuff, they're just actually stellar with the Mini 3. And that's the reason I have the Autel Nano. Was for the night shots. And if this will do the night shots, I'll be one happy camper.
Unfortunately, Chuck, I think their quality control has gone straight to shit, and I think that's where it's going. I think the Mini 3 is. I'm hoping it doesn't because I feel bad for anybody who got it. But like Robert said, he hasn't had any issues with it yet. So hopefully it doesn't go in the way of the Mavic 3 having a bunch of issues where you guys are going to have to wait months and months.
Well, and the other thing too, Justin, is it depends on what type of flying you do. I'm a sole flyer. I'm not using Follow Me. I'm not using Orbit. I'm not using all those other fancy schmancy things they put on the drones. Some people like them. Some people like to go for a walk in the woods and have it, meander around and, but that's not me. I'm flying in wide open spaces and just doing circles on ships.
That's what I'm saying, Tim. I'm happy with the Mini 2. The thing runs great. It's like every time a new drone comes out, everybody just wants to forget how the previous drone is. And every new one that comes out is the greatest one ever made, obviously, because it's new.
Did you see what Marshall put in the chat? Did you see the kid that worked for the news commit suicide last night?
No, didn't see that.
Did he do it on camera, Marshall?
What kid and what news?
Yeah, you got a link there to it, Marshall?
Yeah, put a link in here so we can see what you're talking about.
Yeah. Chuck says, I already have a Mini 2 that doesn't do orbit and all that cool stuff. So if the Mini 3 doesn't do them, what's the point of owning that thing? Yeah, exactly.
And Robert's looking to do the same thing I am to get some more low light night shots.
Yeah. Hey, Steve Carpenter.
Hey, Steve, how you doing?
If you want to do orbits, just get the Air 2S.
Yeah.
That's why I said everybody keeps saying the Mini 3 because of portability. It's really not that much more to carry an Air 2S around with you.
Well, the problem is my Air 2S will not do night shots.
No, I'm talking about orbits. What Chuck said.
Yeah, orbits and those kinds. I don't do any of that. Yeah.
If you want a good Follow Me and orbit drone, Air 2 or the Air 2S, either one of them.
Yep.
But somebody was saying there on YouTube that if you've already got a Mini 2, don't buy a Mini 3 because it's not that much of an upgrade.
No, they say the camera light sensing is better. That's the only reason. Well, that plus the fact that I got a 25% discount because they screwed me on my Air 2S that went in the water.
Oh, he said it wasn't on the news. He was asking Robert if he heard it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. Robert flew 6 batteries in the Mini 2 yesterday. Wow.
Yeah, Chuck, what you might want to do is go over and look at Philly Drone Life has been flying a little bit, the Mini 3, like in the concrete jungle there around where he is. and he's been doing pretty good.
Shoot, the Air 2, man, that thing has done some great follow me videos for me. I chased my car doing 45 miles an hour, and it
Sure.
just like if I went a little bit faster than that, it would lose lock. But shoot, I put it 250 feet in the air and locked it onto my car and got up anywhere between 35 to 45 miles an hour. That thing stayed on me.
Well, Justin does follow me with the Spark.
What? I don't even think that has that capability.
No, it doesn't. It does not.
But the Air 2 and the Air 2S though, when you do follow me mode, especially when you're doing it with a car or like a motorcycle, man, it looks like a damn car commercial. The way it flips around and does its turns around the car and stuff, it does an amazing job. It looks just like a car commercial would look.
Yeah, I think it's raining here now, Paul, a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little sprinkle.
You know, some people could be saying they're having problems because they can get clickbait videos by doing that too. Saying, oh, I couldn't get more than 200 feet. Guess what? Everybody's going to click on that video. What? The Mini 3 can't get 200 feet? I mean, so you can't always trust those videos either. Because some people will make up stuff just to clickbait people.
Huh. There's still, well, it's starting to sprinkle here too now, Paul. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like whoever puts out the first Mini 3 crash video.
I'm going to let me out real quick
Yeah, I'm just gonna do
before it
Gracie.
rains. Yep, before it
Yep.
rains.
I can tell you by looking out the backyard here and get the pond. Nope, there's no water coming down. Oh, yeah, a little drop, but not much. Yeah.
What's up, Stella?
So when did you get home there, Ron?
About 1 o'clock.
So just this afternoon.
Hey, Paul, did
Yeah.
I transfer over everything to you?
For what?
Did I make you the host?
Uh,
Me one because I had to remove
nope.
I had to remove Dave Ennis for him because he did something that messed up.
Justin, are you the host now?
I have host abilities, yeah.
No,
Sorry,
yeah,
go on, man.
that's co-host. Are you the host? In other words, when you put,
Yeah, you want to change the host to Paul Murray, yes.
yes,
There you go.
okay. And you
Yeah, 'cause
stay
I-
co-host.
Because I removed Dave Ennis because he was having issues getting out of the stream.
Okay.
I'm
I
not
just
co-host,
made you back co-host again. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Paul Hodges is co-host. Yep, and I'm gonna make Ron co-host too.
Oh man, I was just gonna kick him out.
What? Okay. Be right back. Mia's gotta go out before it really starts raining.
Battle of the co-hosts.
Outside.
Kick you out faster.
Let's walk the park. Come on. All right, let's go. Let's go pee-pee. Let's go potty. Come on.
Oh, I can't wait till that stuff, those springs get
Here
hit
we go. Come on.
and get that bed
Oh.
level properly.
So when's Ike supposed to come?
Come on.
I think tomorrow.
Oh,
Potty. Bring it.
I just want to get that bed level properly.
mhm.
Because the back corner of the bed's like sitting higher than the other three corners because the springs are just
Go pee-pee.
Oh, yeah.
stock springs are just so freaking flimsy. Those
Did you
aftermarket ones
Did
are
you do
really
the bed?
Do what? Shut up, Ron.
Easy on that thing, would you?
Yeah, I can't wait to get that fixed.
Potty? No?
I want to try that print that AZ sent me for the that skull, and then he sent me a file for some really cool rails to pimp out my freaking printer. And then I want to do that chain that goes on your cables. The plastic chain you can make. Thought that was pretty cool looking. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Steve
jump in there.
Carpenter.
Good
Are you gonna do the
afternoon. Good evening.
Steve?
How you doing?
Doing good.
Good.
I finally got my recovery images back up on this computer. Going through it, I hit glitch after glitch after glitch, and come to find out, because I was so far ahead on having the updates for the computer, I had to go to an older reinstall after reading through the documentation. I went through and it was like, bam, that quick would have found it. Went to the server. 5 hours later, my computer was everything was installed with almost 2.5 terabytes.
Wow. Hey, JD.
Right there, JD.
Howdy, JD.
Hey, hey,
Hey, hey.
what's wrong, Justin?
And tore out a microwave this morning out of a built-in above the oven and replaced it with a new one. Been busy.
Well, that's good. I got to put myself on mute.
Man, I feel bad for freaking Chris Hope, man. 'Cause I kind of bagged on his refrigerator that he got, that Samsung one. And remember when I said something about that, Ron? I
Mhm.
told him, I said, he told me his wife got this new Samsung refrigerator, like the cheapest one's like $5,000, right? And I told him, me and Matt told him the price. He was like, oh. And I was like, dude, the reviews on those fridges are horrible. I hope you have a better experience than a lot of other people. And already he's having issues with the damn refrigerator.
Oh man,
that
that
just
sucks.
Like, I wasn't trying to be mean, but I was just being truthful. Samsung appliances suck. And they just replaced our washing machine with one, and I'm just waiting for it to break.
Oh wow. I've had good luck. I've had GE in the past for a long time, and then in the last bit, after we had the house fire a couple of years ago, I went to LG. Thumbs up on all of them. All the appliances have been phenomenal.
Yeah, Samsung, I mean, they make really innovative appliances and really new age stuff. A lot of cool tech on them, but it's just I don't know,
TVs work good.
Yeah, the TVs and phones are amazing, but they need to get the hell up out of the damn appliance game.
Yeah, JD, I'm curious, did you have an actual visual of Justin going through the cornfield backwards?
It was I was having to really push that.
It was nice to know he was thinking about me.
The traumatizing experience.
It was a little bit.
Yeah, like I said, their electronics, as far as their TVs or monitors, phones are great. But yeah, their appliances are horrible.
I agree, Robert. Justin probably did put a hex on it for the poor guy.
I was just trying to be straight up with them. I was like, dude, as much as I think that fridge is cool,
That's
Where
the
are
first
we at?
thing I do, man. I've been a member of Consumer Reports for the longest time. I'll go on there and then I'll look at the other stuff. The best, refrigerator or best, because what I did is we had an older Sharp Carousel. It's actually a countertop microwave convection oven, but then they have a built-in trim kit so you put it in. So when we did a remodel years ago, I had it in there. Well, over the past, I don't know, several weeks, I'd sit there and push it on and hear the thing go, and finally get up to speed to get going. I'm going, nah, I'm taking this thing out before something happens.
well,
Because they're phenomenal, because you can keep stuff warm, heat stuff up in it, and
well,
plus
when I
do
worked,
regular
when I used-
microwave.
but when I used to work in the electronics department at Walmart,
Yeah.
I would be helping a customer with their phones. We had an official Samsung dealer sign in there, right? Where we sold Samsung. You get people coming in there bitching at me about their damn washing machine or their fridge. And I'm like, we have nothing to do with that. We just sell the phones. We have nothing to do with the appliance part of that company. And they would come in there and go off on you about their washing machine broker, their dryer broker, whatever. Because they just assume Samsung dealer like that you just dealt with all that stuff. No, we had nothing to do with it. I had 2 or 3 customers go off on me about their damn refrigerator and washing machine. What's up,
Actually,
Jeff?
I got the microwave and the trim kit through Walmart. It was the cheapest price. I got the microwave in 3 days, and the trim kit was a little longer because they had to come direct from Sharp.
Well, like I said, we just got that new Samsung washing machine put in, and it's really nice, but I'm just waiting for it to break. It actually serenades you before you do a load. It does this whole like song and orchestra before it does starts the load. Like it literally goes to this like 1.5 minute long song. It's like the hell.
Oh, that's crazy. Just what I want, a washer to serenade me.
Whatever turns you on there, Justin.
Yeah, and then when it like it's done with the load, it goes through a whole nother like song thing.
So while you're
you'll-
sitting on it, like the old housewives used to do.
See, that doesn't work anymore because it's all gyro now, right? So it's a nice, it's not
So
rough.
whatever works for you.
Nice smooth gyro movement, you know. It's got that 3-axis gimbal on the bottom. Very stable.
Slow and go.
Oh, nice. Robert's got some rain coming in. You guys need it.
Finally got
Rain,
some dry weather.
send it this way if you don't want it.
Does it play
Our
Barry?
lake
White?
is finally coming up. It looks good.
Really?
Yeah, matter of fact, for the first time since I moved here,
Mhm.
I pulled into the main, into Pendleton, and off in the distance, I could see the lake from as soon as I pulled in. I've never been able to see that beyond the trees before.
Mhm.
And today I saw it. I'm like, holy crap, I could really see it. It's come up several feet.
Wow.
Yeah, matter of fact, I think maybe this weekend I'm gonna go over to the store and get my park permit. So I can go
Your what permit?
Park.
Oh,
The hell is that?
state park.
Oh,
I
thought you
live
said
right beside a
ARC.
state park, yeah.
No, I thought you said ARC permit. I was like, the hell's an
Yeah.
ARC permit?
so does your permit, what, just allows you access, then well, you still have to have your fishing license, obviously.
Yeah, I got that.
See Tim Jackson's comment, Justin.
Yeah, I saw it. Does it play Barry White?
Now go fold those clothes.
Well, surprisingly is up towards where Rick Halbert used to be, and up where Chris Redgeworth is at.
Yeah.
Orville and that area up there, their lakes have come up over there, but Mead, Powell, all the rest of them are just dropping about out of hell.
What do you do?
That's terrible.
Hey, your video today, JD, was cracking me up. To that damn voice. Like, you lost your DGA files. Like, oh my God. I was sitting on the side of the road just cracking up.
Oh, Stella's in the chat, Paul. Oh, he's left. Okay.
Right back. I had to let me out again.
Yeah.
Good.
Now Stella's coming in by looks like.
Unless she's fed first.
Yeah.
So what kind of fish there, Ron?
I got a lot of walleye.
Trouser trout, I think mainly is what Ron goes after.
Eat a smart ass. Walleye, perch.
Any bass or no?
I think there's some bass in there.
Come on, Goof.
I think there's some muskie in there too.
Come on.
Walleye's good eating.
Oh yeah, that's just as good as halibut.
I can't get into fish.
Yeah, I just finalized all my arrangements for Alaska yesterday.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
I like
So,
fish
so
either,
when are you
dude.
flying out?
Here comes
I
Ron and
need-
Stella.
We'll leave here the 29th, get in Salt Lake City the night of the 29th, and fly out the morning of the 30th at 6 a.m. and I should be in Petersburg at 2 p.m.
What are you doing, boy, man?
Ron is saying, Ron, the other Ron saying hello to everybody.
He's doing the
Waving
queen
back
wave.
to Paul.
Yeah. And hello, Stella. How you doing?
Hello.
Doing okay, doing better than earlier. As Ron knows, Toyman knows.
Stella,
Doing
I
fine.
apologize. Did you hear what happened to me the other night?
I heard you decided to fall asleep and you did not hear any of the rings of Paul calling you like 10 times, but your ringtone is wonderful.
Yeah. I come out the next morning out on the coffee table in the living room like, oh my God, Paul called me like 10 times.
Yeah, we were enjoying. We were actually kind of dancing to the music. and
Dancing to the
everything.
tunes. Yeah.
It was great, except we were hoping you'd wake up or whatever.
I know nothing.
You know that? No, you don't, because you were sleeping.
Did you
The
fall
weird thing
asleep on
is
the
that
stream?
all I did was shut my camera off for a minute. I went up to do the dishes, get my stuff ready for the next day, and then I went back into the bedroom and was getting my clothes ready for the next day and my shower stuff.
And he was
What I
out.
do is I get up in the mornings at 4. I'm at the gym by 4:45, 5 o'clock. And so I go to bed pretty early, but I'm getting everything all laid out and ready. And I'm standing there and I totally forgot I was online. I'm like, screw it, I'm going to bed. So I laid down. I totally forgot my iPad and everything, phone and everything was out in the living room. I was the only one at the apartment.
Oh, okay.
And then I come out the next morning, I'm like, holy shit, Paul's been trying to call me.
Yeah, Stella was laughing her butt off.
I'd have laughed if one of the other people came in there.
Ron, where are you?
Yeah, and Murray's there.
Up on
Hey,
the
Ron,
house.
where are you at, Ron?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were kind of laughing, but then at the same time, we were a little concerned, thinking, well, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, exactly. That's what
Yeah.
Lynn kept saying. Well, I hope he's all right because he's been overdoing it,
Yeah.
So we didn't know whether to call the police and send him to your door or what.
Oh, that would have been good.
Just fell asleep in the bathtub with his wine.
Yeah.
Woke up all red.
Yeah.
How you doing? Come on in.
Yeah. That would have been good. Really, really good.
Cabernet stain.
Hey, AZ.
Yeah, AZ drone dude. Hello.
No, Steve,
Hey.
I'm about due to call Pennsylvania. I'm about due for some rattlesnake red.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Rattlesnake red.
Yeah, an old classmate of mine, she inherited a winery from her parents, Pam, real sweet gal, and little country back of the middle of nowhere winery. But one of the flavors they have is called Rattlesnake Red. And Steve had sent me, what'd you send me, Steve? You sent me something, and then I reciprocated and sent Steve 3 bottles of Rattlesnake Red.
Some Pinot Noir.
Yeah.
Real bite.
Having an issue in California with the grapes dying off up in Napa Valley and stuff. Aren't they having an issue with that?
No, they're okay.
Okay, I thought they had some kind of grape shortage or something going on.
Well, no one knows for sure here. We're gonna know. He'll know a little bit more. Right now, no. When it was 2020 when they had all the fires up there. If you ever saw the movie Bottle Shock, Chateau Montelena, they didn't harvest anything for 2020. They actually let everything go because of COVID. They let the grapes just go down, and they didn't do any production of any reds or whites.
Oh, wow.
So it set them behind big time. That stuff. And then the fires, with the combination of the fires up there that they had, because a friend of mine lives in Sonoma, and it was devastating. I mean, they lost so many vineyards up there. not the vineyards themselves as far as the winery end of it, but the vines themselves, they did. There were several that had some catastrophic losses. The biggest thing is the water shortage.
Yeah, because Lake Mead is what, just about empty, or it is empty, isn't it?
It's below 20, I think it's 23% of normal fill.
Oh, shoot.
It's getting close to where, well, the only thing that's going to help Mead is the hydroelectric plants there. They replaced 5 of the generators there that don't need the amount of water head pressure on it. So they can drop down to a lower level and still operate at 100%. But not all of the generators can do that.
Yeah.
And of course, everybody now is talking about all the power shortages and the huge increase in electrical rates that, especially up by you, Paul, I mean, up in your neck of the woods, you guys are supposed to be getting really browned out, even as bad as California gets, if not worse.
Oh, shit.
Was that Pan or Pam? So I think I can help with that dilemma.
Yeah, thanks to the government, we got everything under control, though, Steve.
Yeah.
What's all
That
JD?
and 25 cents will get you a piece of bubble gum.
Justin and I
Going
were
to
taking
grab a
care of
coffee
Tim
and
for
I'll
you,
be
Ron.
back.
What's this JD about 100% participation?
We're straightening Tim out for you.
Oh,
Yeah, he asked what her name was, and JD said Nunya, and I said none of your damn business, Jackson.
Yeah, none yet.
Sorry about that.
well, Tim's from Pennsylvania. He's a brother from Pennsylvania.
Well, you also said her name in your story while you were telling it, and he apparently wasn't listening.
All he heard was girl. What he took from that whole conversation.
Yep, all the blood went right downstairs, and he lost all.
Do you believe these guys, Stella?
I cannot believe them. Nope.
Smart move.
Oh,
Yeah, I was just looking at that from the link. I was just looking for it. Yeah, because see, they ranked that rattlesnake red at out of 0 to 5, a 3 sweetness level.
oh.
Just like me, sweetness level.
Boy, somebody who falls asleep all of a sudden is full of himself.
100% participation, Rob.
Okay, I had that one coming.
There you go. Right.
You're muted, Murray.
Tired of driving that ambulance.
Okay, well, I think we're going to close down the chat and close down the live stream. Everybody that is invited to stay, stay right there until after we shut it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, stay put right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody, thanks for being here. We'll see you all again in the morning, right, Paul?
Oh, yep, definitely.
We'll see everybody.
I'm all caught up, Paul.
Yeah, Paul's been busier than a one-armed paper hanger.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody. Thanks for being here. Corey, Tim Jackson, you stay out of trouble. Well, that'll never happen. Marshall, and we'll see all of you again soon. Bye
Take
for
care.
now.